Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be using the new Anastasia Subculture palette. There's been a lot of controversy about this palette. I've seen millions and millions of YouTube videos of people using this palette, reviewing the palette, and fortunately for me, I have to say I did get a good palette. I don't really have as much kick up or fallout as other people are having. I think it's the same as my other palettes I have. My Modern Renaissance palette is the same. My Master palette by Mercier is the same. I don't know. I like the shades in the palette. The only two things I didn't like is there's not an inner corner highlight or a brow bone highlight. And there's not a shade like my skin tone to set down my primer. Those are the only two things I don't like. Everything else is good. I like it. I didn't test out all the shades. I tested out most of them. I do think all these shades are pigmented as heck. So if you don't know how to work with shadows, I would say don't get this as your first palette because these shades are crazy pigmented. Enough rambling. If you guys want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to prime my lids with the NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer in the shade Ivory. Okay, this palette doesn't have a lid color to set the lid, so I'm just going to take my Mercier translucent setting powder and use that. Okay, so I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to be doing a halo eye, so I'm going to go in with the shade Edge, and that's going to be my transition shade. So I'm going to put this shade in the crease and then also in the outer edge and the inner corner. Then I'm going to go into New Wave and do the exact same thing but just a little bit more precisely. Just going to blend them out with the brush that comes with the palette, no extra product. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Untamed, and I'm gonna start really intensifying the halo eye. And then just gonna blend everything. It's a big blending game with this eyeshadow palette because it's very, very pigmented. So okay, so now I'm just really blending out the color, and I just added a little bit more of that yellow, the first shade we use, Edge, just so you can see it a little bit more. And to finally deepen it out all the way, I'm going to be using Axis right at the inner and outer corner, and I'm really not going to be dragging this up too much into the crease. I'm just going to be placing it right here, and just blending it out a little bit. So I'm just using both ends of the brush to blend stuff together. I'm going to take some more of the Mercier translucent powder and use that to brighten the brow bone. So I'm going to use the shade Electric for the inner part of the halo eye. Gonna take this brush, and with no extra product, I'm just going to blend out those edges. So I'm going to do my other eye off camera, and then when I get back, we'll be starting on the face. I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer to prime my face. For foundation, I'm going to be using my Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation in the shade Light Beige. I'm going to go in with the same concealer I used to prime my eyes, the NYX Gotcha Cover Concealer in the shade Ivory. So I'm just going to put 2 dots under my eyes. Okay, to set my under eyes, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender. I'm going to cream contour. I just remembered. I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Espresso. So I usually always set my under eyes and then go in with this because I don't necessarily need, I just don't want my under eyes to crease while I'm doing this, which is why I did that. I know you guys are probably like, girl, you already set your face, but I didn't. I only set my under eyes. Then I'm just going to take the rest of the powder and just set my face. Okay, so I'm going to pause the face and zoom you guys in, and then we will finish my eyes. Alright, we're going to jump right back into the palette, and I'm going to go into the shade Edge and run that along the entire lower lash line. And then I'm going to use the same brush, just clean it off for the shade New Wave, the second shade we put in our crease. Okay, and then I'm going to take the shade Untamed and run that closest to my lash line as possible. I'm going to take the brush we used for the last 2 shades and blend that out. Okay, then I'm going to take the shade Axis, and I'm going to put that in the inner corner and the outer corner, just very lightly. And take the shade Electric, and I'm going to also put that in the middle of my lower lash line just to mimic the top. Okay, so I'm going to move on to lashes. I'm going to start with my Essence Lash Princess Mascara for my top lashes and my bottom. And then I'm just going to use my Blinc mascara to comb out the excess. I always have to use this mascara. Okay, so I ended up putting on lashes. It took me a while, but I finally did it. So I used the number 126 from Eylure London. This is what the box looks like. So yeah, that was that. I'm going to zoom back out so we can finish my face. So I forgot to hit record. So I just bronzed my face with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And now I'm going to contour with my Benefit Hoola Bronzer. For blush, I'm going to go into my e.l.f. blush palette in light. And I'm going to be taking, I'm going to take this shade. No, I'm lying. I'm going to take this shade. And last but not least, I'm going to go in with my Cougar Mineral Face and Body Shimmer in the shade Diamond Kiss. I got this in a BoxyCharm, like one of my first BoxyCharms, and it's one of my favorite highlights. It's very, very, very pigmented. It's one of those blinding highlights. And with this look, I wanted to do very dramatic face makeup, so this is perfect. I'm also going to actually take this on my brow bone as well, just to give it a little shimmer. Oh, I don't even have an inner corner highlight. I'm also going to use this in my inner corner. Okay, and I'm also going to take, the rest of what's in here and swirl it around my big brush, and I'm just going to put it on my shoulders. I was about to call those my elbow. On my shoulders, my collarbones, and even just like all around my neck area. I love, love, love the way it looks when my chest is shimmering. And I always get people ask me like, oh, do you have like a shimmery lotion on? And I'm like, no girl, that's my highlighter. And for lips, I'm going to be going with something very natural. So I'm going to go into this Kiko Everlasting Color Precision Lip Liner in the shade 402. It's a very, very nude shade. I swear, none of the products I grab literally ever have a mirror. I'm going to take this shade Knotty by Colourpop. It's one of their ultra matte lips. And I'm going to use this on top of this color, obviously. I'm going to do a light spray of my Project Beauty Spray Set Go because I'm honestly just going to take all this makeup off because I'm going to work in, I don't want to look like this. Yeah, when I said light spray, I was just kidding. I love spray. Okay, so I hope you guys liked this look and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel. Also, I always leave my social medias in the description. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, you know, it's all down there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. Butter bronzer by Physicians.